You must know David Goggins, his discipline, resilience. Is he Stoic? Goggins' philosophy revolves around the idea of embracing discomfort and adversity as opportunities for growth, just like Stoicism explains. He believes in pushing past mental and physical barriers through relentless self-discipline and determination. Goggins often shares his personal story of overcoming adversity to inspire others to pursue their goals and unlock their full potential. In addition to his athletic achievements, Goggins is a sought-after public speaker, sharing his motivational message with audiences around the world. He has also written a memoir titled Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds, co-authored with journalist Adam Skolnick. In the book, Goggins chronicles his journey from a troubled childhood to becoming one of the world's most accomplished endurance athletes, offering practical advice and insights on how to cultivate mental toughness and resilience. How do you make your mindset like him? Let's see how. I will not waste your time, just stick until the end. Chapter 1. Practice daily reflection. Daily reflection is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, particularly emphasized by the great Roman Stoic Seneca. This practice is not merely an exercise in self-recollection, but a profound journey into understanding oneself, aligning actions with core values, and fostering continuous personal growth. In this chapter, we delve into the significance of daily reflection as taught by Seneca and explore practical ways to incorporate this practice into our lives. Seneca believed that self-examination is crucial for anyone striving to live a virtuous life. He often wrote about the importance of ending each day by reflecting on one's actions, thoughts, and feelings. According to Seneca, this practice helps individuals to recognize their faults, learn from their mistakes, and reinforce their commitment to living according to Stoic principles. Through daily reflection, one becomes more aware of their inner life and more adept at managing their external circumstances. The process of daily reflection, as Seneca envisioned it, involves setting aside a quiet time each evening to review the day's events. This period of introspection is an opportunity to ask oneself a series of questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? How did I react to the challenges and successes I encountered? By honestly answering these questions, one can gain valuable insights into their behavior and motivations. Seneca emphasized that this self-interrogation should be conducted with a spirit of compassion and a desire for improvement rather than self-recrimination. Journaling is one effective method for practicing daily reflection. Keeping a journal allows individuals to document their thoughts and experiences, providing a tangible record of their personal journey. This practice can be as simple or as detailed as one prefers. Some might choose to write a few sentences summarizing the day's events and their reactions to them, while others might engage in more extensive narrative entries. The key is consistency and honesty in the reflections. For instance, consider an individual who faces a challenging interaction with a colleague at work. By journaling about this experience, they can explore their initial emotional response, the reasons behind it, and how they might handle similar situations more effectively in the future. This exercise not only helps in processing the event, but also serves as a reference point for future growth. Over time, patterns may emerge that highlight areas needing more attention or reveal progress in certain aspects of one's character. Evening reflections, as Seneca practiced, can also involve more structured techniques such as meditation. Spending a few minutes in quiet contemplation can help clear the mind and focus on the present moment. Meditation can aid in calming the mind, reducing stress, and improving overall well-being. By integrating meditation into the evening routine, one can create a conducive environment for deep reflection. Moreover, it is essential to recognize that daily reflection is not solely about addressing negative behavior or mistakes. It is equally important to acknowledge and celebrate positive actions and successes. Recognizing one's achievements fosters a sense of accomplishment and reinforces desirable behaviors. Seneca advocated for a balanced approach to reflection, one that appreciates both strengths and weaknesses. This balanced perspective nurtures a growth mindset, encouraging continuous self-improvement without succumbing to self-criticism. In addition to individual practices, discussing reflections with a trusted friend or mentor can be incredibly beneficial. Seneca himself often engaged in philosophical discussions with his peers, using these dialogues to refine his thoughts and gain new insights. Sharing one's reflections with others can provide a different perspective and valuable feedback. It also creates a sense of accountability and support, which can be motivating and encouraging. In modern times, the principles of Stoic reflection can be adapted to suit contemporary lifestyles. With the advent of digital tools, there are various apps and online platforms designed to facilitate daily reflection and journaling. These tools can help structure the practice, provide prompts, and track progress over time. However, the core essence remains the same: setting aside time to look inward, evaluate the day's events, and commit to continuous growth. One might wonder how daily reflection fits into the broader context of a busy life filled with professional and personal commitments. The answer lies in the recognition that the benefits of this practice far outweigh the time invested. By cultivating a habit of reflection, individuals can enhance their emotional intelligence, improve their decision-making skills, and foster a deeper sense of purpose and direction in their lives. Reflection acts as a guiding compass, helping one stay true to their values and navigate life's complexities with greater clarity and confidence. In conclusion, daily reflection, as taught by Seneca, is a powerful tool for self-mastery. It encourages individuals to examine their actions and thoughts critically, learn from their experiences, and strive for continuous improvement. Whether through journaling, meditation, or dialogue with others, the practice of daily reflection can lead to profound personal growth and a more fulfilling life. By incorporating this Stoic discipline into our daily routine, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and live in greater harmony with our values and the world around us. Chapter 2. Embrace Adversity. Embracing adversity is a fundamental principle in Stoic philosophy, and Seneca provides profound insights on how to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Life is inevitably filled with difficulties, and the Stoics believed that how we respond to these challenges defines our character and contributes to our overall well-being. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's teachings on adversity and practical strategies for transforming obstacles into stepping stones. Seneca often wrote about the inevitability of hardship and the importance of cultivating a mindset that welcomes adversity rather than shuns it. He argued that facing challenges is essential for developing resilience and strength. According to Seneca, adversity is not something to be feared, but rather embraced as a natural and necessary part of life. This perspective aligns with the Stoic idea that external events are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are within our power. To embrace adversity, one must first undergo a fundamental shift in mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as negative or undesirable, we can reframe them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. This shift requires recognizing that adversity is an integral part of the human experience and that it provides valuable lessons. By changing our perspective, we can approach difficulties with a sense of purpose and determination. A practical step towards embracing adversity is to consciously seek out and confront discomfort. This concept, often referred to as voluntary discomfort, involves deliberately placing oneself in challenging situations to build mental and emotional resilience. Seneca believed that by exposing ourselves to controlled adversity, we can prepare for unexpected hardships and reduce the fear associated with them. One way to practice voluntary discomfort is through physical challenges such as fasting or cold exposure. These practices help us understand that we can endure more than we initially believe, and that discomfort is often temporary. For example, fasting for a day can teach self-discipline and demonstrate that hunger is manageable. Similarly, taking a cold shower can build tolerance to discomfort and strengthen willpower. Another approach to embracing adversity is to engage in activities that push us out of our comfort zones. This could include learning a new skill, taking on a difficult project at work, or initiating difficult conversations. By consistently challenging ourselves, we become more adaptable and better equipped to handle unforeseen difficulties. Seneca also emphasized the importance of mental preparation for adversity. He advised practicing premeditatio malorum, a Stoic exercise that involves visualizing potential challenges and mentally preparing for them. This practice helps reduce the shock and emotional turmoil when adversity strikes, allowing us to respond more calmly and effectively. By anticipating possible difficulties, we can develop strategies to cope with them and maintain a sense of control. Moreover, cultivating gratitude is a powerful tool for embracing adversity. Seneca believed that appreciating what we have, even in the face of hardship, can shift our focus from what is lacking to what is present. Gratitude helps build a positive mindset and fosters resilience by reminding us of our strengths and resources. Keeping a gratitude journal or regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of our lives can reinforce this practice. In addition to these personal practices, seeking support from others can be invaluable when facing adversity. Seneca often wrote about the importance of friendship and community in overcoming challenges. Sharing our struggles with trusted friends or mentors can provide emotional support, new perspectives, and practical advice. Surrounding ourselves with a supportive network helps us navigate difficult times more effectively and reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. Furthermore, embracing adversity involves learning from each experience and using it as a stepping stone for future growth. Seneca encouraged reflecting on past challenges to extract valuable lessons and apply them moving forward. Every hardship carries a lesson, whether it's about our own capabilities, the nature of the world, or the people around us. By viewing adversity as a teacher, we can transform negative experiences into positive growth opportunities. It is also crucial to maintain a long-term perspective when dealing with adversity. Seneca believed that keeping sight of our broader goals and values helps us endure temporary hardships with greater fortitude. When we focus on the bigger picture, we can see adversity as a temporary phase rather than an insurmountable obstacle. This perspective helps us stay motivated and committed to our path, even when faced with significant challenges. In conclusion, embracing adversity is a core tenet of Stoic philosophy and a key aspect of self-mastery. By adopting Seneca's teachings and practical strategies, we can transform challenges into opportunities for growth and build resilience. Through a mindset shift, voluntary discomfort, mental preparation, gratitude, support from others, and long-term perspective, we can learn to welcome adversity as an essential part of our journey. By doing so, we develop the strength and wisdom to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. Chapter 4. Live in accordance with nature. Living in accordance with nature is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy, and Seneca frequently emphasized its importance. For the Stoics, nature is not merely the physical environment, but also the fundamental principles that govern the universe and human behavior. By aligning our lives with these natural laws, we achieve harmony, tranquility, and fulfillment. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's insights on living in accordance with nature and practical ways to incorporate this principle into our daily lives. Seneca believed that living in accordance with nature means understanding and embracing the natural order of the world. This involves recognizing that we are part of a larger whole and that our actions should be in harmony with the universal laws that govern existence. It also means accepting our human nature, including our strengths, weaknesses, and the inevitable changes and challenges we face. For Seneca, living in accordance with nature was synonymous with living a virtuous life, as virtue is the highest expression of our rational nature. One of the first steps to living in accordance with nature is to cultivate an attitude of acceptance. Seneca taught that many of our frustrations and sufferings stem from resisting the natural course of events. By accepting that certain things are beyond our control and that change is an inherent part of life, we can reduce unnecessary stress and cultivate inner peace. This acceptance does not mean passive resignation, but rather an active engagement with life as it is, rather than how we wish it to be. To practice acceptance, we can start by reflecting on the things that are outside our control. These include the actions of others, the outcomes of our efforts, and the inevitable changes brought by time. By recognizing that these aspects are beyond our influence, we can focus our energy on what we can control: our own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. This shift in focus empowers us to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and resilience. Another key aspect of living in accordance with nature is simplicity. Seneca often criticized the excesses and materialism of his time, advocating instead for a life of simplicity and moderation. He believed that true happiness comes not from external possessions, but from inner contentment and the cultivation of virtue. To live simply is to reduce our dependence on material goods and to find joy in the essentials of life. In practical terms, simplicity can be achieved by decluttering our physical and mental spaces. This might involve reducing our possessions to what is truly necessary and valuable, thereby minimizing distractions and fostering a sense of freedom. It can also mean simplifying our daily routines and focusing on activities that align with our core values and bring genuine fulfillment. By eliminating the superfluous, we create more room for meaningful experiences and personal growth. Sustainability is another important principle in living in accordance with nature. Seneca's teachings encourage us to consider the long-term impact of our actions on both the environment and society. By adopting sustainable practices, we honor the interconnectedness of all life and contribute to the well-being of future generations. This can involve making conscious choices about consumption, reducing waste, and supporting practices that promote environmental stewardship. Moreover, living in accordance with nature involves aligning our actions with our true purpose and values. Seneca believed that each person has a unique role to play in the world, and fulfillment comes from embracing this role wholeheartedly. To discover our true purpose, we need to engage in self-reflection and understand our passions, strengths, and the needs of the world around us. Once we identify our purpose, we can strive to live authentically, making choices that reflect our deepest values and aspirations. Mindfulness is a valuable practice for living in accordance with nature. By cultivating mindfulness, we become more attuned to the present moment and our inner experiences. This heightened awareness helps us to act with intention and to respond to situations in ways that align with our values. Mindfulness also fosters a deeper appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the natural world, encouraging us to live more harmoniously with our surroundings. Additionally, fostering a sense of community and connection with others is integral to living in accordance with nature. Seneca emphasized the importance of relationships and the mutual support that comes from being part of a community. By building strong, meaningful connections with others, we create a supportive network that enhances our well-being and allows us to contribute positively to the lives of those around us. Acts of kindness, empathy, and cooperation are expressions of living in harmony with our social nature. In conclusion, living in accordance with nature, as taught by Seneca, involves embracing the natural order of the world, practicing acceptance, simplicity, sustainability, and mindfulness, and fostering a sense of community. By aligning our lives with these principles, we can achieve a deeper sense of harmony, fulfillment, and inner peace. This Stoic approach encourages us to live authentically, honor our true purpose, and contribute to the well-being of the world around us. Through these practices, we can navigate life with greater wisdom and grace, living in accordance with the fundamental principles that govern both the universe and our own human nature. Chapter 5. Cultivate Virtue. Virtue lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy, serving as the cornerstone for living a fulfilled and meaningful life. Seneca, one of Stoicism's foremost philosophers, emphasized that virtue is the highest good and the key to true happiness. To cultivate virtue is to develop qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, which guide our actions and decisions. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's teachings on virtue and practical ways to incorporate these timeless principles into our daily lives. Seneca believed that virtue is inherent to human nature and that everyone has the capacity to develop and strengthen it. Unlike external goods, which are subject to change and can be taken away, virtue is internal and enduring. By focusing on cultivating virtue, we build a stable foundation for a flourishing life, regardless of external circumstances. Virtue for Seneca is not an abstract ideal, but a practical guide for everyday living. Wisdom, the first of the cardinal virtues, involves the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. It is the ability to discern what is true and good and to make sound judgments based on this knowledge. To cultivate wisdom, we must engage in continuous learning and reflection. This can be achieved through reading, studying philosophy, and seeking the counsel of wise individuals. Seneca himself was an avid reader and often advised his readers to learn from the works of great thinkers. By expanding our intellectual horizons and questioning our assumptions, we develop the clarity and insight needed to navigate life's complexities. Courage, another essential virtue, is the strength to face fear, pain, and adversity with resilience and integrity. Seneca taught that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act rightly despite it. To develop courage, we must confront our fears and challenges head-on, viewing them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Practical ways to cultivate courage include setting and pursuing ambitious goals, standing up for our beliefs, and practicing resilience in the face of setbacks. By consistently stepping out of our comfort zones and embracing difficulties, we strengthen our inner fortitude. Justice, the virtue concerned with fairness and the welfare of others, is central to Stoic ethics. Seneca emphasized that living justly involves treating others with respect, kindness, and equity. To practice justice, we must consider the impact of our actions on others and strive to contribute positively to our communities. This can involve acts of kindness, advocating for those who are marginalized, and ensuring that our decisions are guided by principles of fairness and compassion. Seneca believed that a just person not only refrains from harming others, but actively seeks to help and uplift them. Temperance, the virtue of self-control and moderation, is crucial for maintaining balance and harmony in life. Seneca taught that temperance involves regulating our desires and impulses, ensuring that we do not become enslaved by them. To cultivate temperance, we must practice self-discipline and mindfulness, making conscious choices about how we spend our time and energy. This can involve setting boundaries, prioritizing our commitments, and avoiding excess in all forms. By exercising self-restraint and focusing on what truly matters, we create a more balanced and fulfilling life. In addition to these cardinal virtues, Seneca highlighted the importance of integrity and authenticity. To live virtuously, we must be true to ourselves and align our actions with our values. This involves cultivating honesty, transparency, and a strong sense of moral responsibility. Integrity requires us to act consistently with our principles, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. By being authentic and maintaining our moral compass, we build trust with others and create a sense of inner coherence and peace. To integrate these virtues into our daily lives, we can adopt specific practices and habits. One effective method is to engage in regular self-reflection, as discussed in previous chapters. By reflecting on our actions and decisions, we can assess whether they align with our values and virtues. Journaling about our experiences, challenges, and successes can help us gain clarity and reinforce our commitment to virtuous living. Another practical approach is to set intentional goals related to virtue cultivation. For example, we might set a goal to act more courageously in our professional life, to practice greater temperance in our consumption habits, or to engage in more acts of justice within our community. By setting specific, measurable goals, we create a roadmap for personal growth and hold ourselves accountable. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with virtuous role models and a supportive community can significantly enhance our efforts. Seneca often emphasized the importance of learning from others and being part of a community that shares our values. By seeking out mentors, joining groups that promote ethical living, and building relationships with like-minded individuals, we create an environment that nurtures our development. Meditation and mindfulness practices can also support our cultivation of virtue. By developing greater awareness of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, we can more effectively regulate our actions and make choices that reflect our values. Mindfulness helps us stay present and focused, reducing the likelihood of being swayed by external pressures or internal impulses. In conclusion, cultivating virtue, as taught by Seneca, is a transformative journey that leads to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. By developing qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we align our actions with our highest values and create a stable foundation for well-being. Through continuous learning, self-reflection, intentional goal setting, and the support of a virtuous community, we can integrate these timeless principles into our daily lives. By doing so, we not only enhance our own character, but also contribute positively to the world around us, embodying the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature. Chapter 6. Practice voluntary discomfort. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic practice that involves deliberately embracing challenges and discomfort to build resilience and strength. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, believed that facing discomfort willingly prepares us for inevitable hardships and cultivates a robust character. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's teachings on voluntary discomfort and practical ways to incorporate this powerful practice into our lives. Seneca taught that by exposing ourselves to controlled discomfort, we can develop the mental and emotional fortitude needed to handle life's unpredictability. He argued that comfort and ease can make us complacent, while facing challenges head-on strengthens our resolve and enhances our ability to cope with adversity. This practice is not about seeking suffering for its own sake, but about training the mind and body to endure and thrive despite difficulties. One of the most straightforward ways to practice voluntary discomfort is through physical challenges. Seneca himself advocated for periods of fasting, wearing simple clothing, and sleeping on hard surfaces to toughen the body and mind. These practices help us realize that we can endure more than we think, and that many of our perceived needs are actually luxuries. For example, fasting for a day or reducing meal sizes can teach us to manage hunger and appreciate food more deeply. Similarly, wearing less comfortable clothing or walking instead of driving can remind us of the resilience and strength of our bodies. Another effective method of practicing voluntary discomfort is through cold exposure. Taking cold showers or engaging in cold water immersion can be a powerful way to build mental toughness. The initial shock of the cold water forces us to confront our discomfort directly, teaching us to remain calm and composed under stress. Over time, this practice can improve our ability to manage stress and anxiety in other areas of life. Cold exposure also has physical benefits, such as improved circulation and reduced inflammation, making it a holistic approach to building resilience. In addition to physical practices, voluntary discomfort can be applied to our mental and emotional lives. Engaging in difficult conversations, tackling challenging projects, or setting ambitious goals can push us beyond our comfort zones and help us grow. Seneca believed that avoiding difficult situations only leads to greater fear and anxiety, whereas confronting them builds confidence and capability. For instance, initiating a tough conversation with a colleague or loved one can strengthen our communication skills and deepen our relationships. Taking on a demanding task at work or learning a new skill can enhance our competence and expand our horizons. Practicing minimalism is another way to embrace voluntary discomfort. By intentionally reducing our possessions and simplifying our lives, we can focus on what truly matters and reduce our dependence on material goods. This practice aligns with Seneca's teachings on simplicity and contentment. Minimalism encourages us to let go of excess and appreciate the essentials, fostering a sense of gratitude and inner peace. It also reduces the clutter and distractions that can impede our personal growth and well-being. Moreover, voluntary discomfort can involve limiting our use of technology and social media. In today's digital age, constant connectivity and instant gratification can undermine our attention span and mental clarity. By setting boundaries on our screen time and engaging in digital detoxes, we can cultivate mindfulness and reconnect with the present moment. This practice helps us build the discipline to resist the lure of constant distractions and enhances our focus and productivity. Voluntary discomfort also extends to our daily routines and habits. Incorporating small acts of discomfort into our routines can build resilience over time. For example, waking up early, practicing intermittent fasting, or committing to a regular exercise regimen can instill discipline and strengthen our willpower. These practices remind us that we have control over our choices and can endure discomfort for the sake of our long-term well-being. Additionally, reflecting on past experiences of discomfort and adversity can reinforce our resilience. Seneca often reflected on his own hardships and those of others to draw lessons and build perspective. By recalling times when we overcame challenges, we remind ourselves of our inner strength and capacity for growth. This reflection helps us approach future difficulties with greater confidence and determination. Incorporating voluntary discomfort into our lives requires a balance of challenge and self-compassion. It is essential to push ourselves without overextending or causing harm. The goal is to build resilience, not to engage in self-punishment. By gradually increasing the level of discomfort and being mindful of our limits, we can create a sustainable practice that enhances our overall well-being. In conclusion, practicing voluntary discomfort, as advocated by Seneca, is a powerful way to build resilience, strength, and inner peace. By embracing physical, mental, and emotional challenges, we train ourselves to handle adversity with grace and composure. Through fasting, cold exposure, difficult conversations, minimalism, digital detoxes, and disciplined routines, we develop the fortitude to thrive in the face of life's inevitable hardships. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we cultivate a robust character and a deeper appreciation for the true essentials of a fulfilling life. Chapter 7. Develop emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is a vital component of Stoic philosophy, and Seneca offers profound insights into how we can cultivate this strength. Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to and recover from stress, adversity, and setbacks. It involves maintaining emotional stability and equanimity in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. In this chapter, we will delve into Seneca's teachings on developing emotional resilience and practical strategies for enhancing this essential quality. Seneca believed that our emotional responses are largely within our control, and that by managing our thoughts, we can influence our feelings. He argued that it is not external events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. By changing our perceptions and attitudes, we can maintain emotional balance regardless of our circumstances. This principle lies at the heart of emotional resilience, the ability to interpret events in a way that minimizes negative emotions and promotes a sense of calm and control. One of the key techniques for developing emotional resilience is the practice of cognitive reframing. This involves consciously changing the way we think about stressful or challenging situations. Instead of viewing difficulties as threats or insurmountable obstacles, we can reframe them as opportunities for growth and learning. Seneca advised looking for the silver lining in every situation, finding ways to extract positive lessons from negative experiences. By shifting our perspective, we can reduce the emotional impact of adversity and maintain a more positive outlook. For example, if we experience a setback at work, such as a failed project or missed promotion, instead of dwelling on the disappointment, we can focus on what we can learn from the experience. Perhaps the setback reveals areas where we can improve our skills or highlights the importance of resilience and perseverance. By reframing the situation in this way, we transform a potential source of distress into an opportunity for personal growth. Another essential aspect of emotional resilience is mindfulness, which involves being fully present in the moment and observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our emotional responses and develop greater control over them. Seneca emphasized the importance of self-awareness and introspection in managing emotions. By regularly practicing mindfulness, we can increase our emotional intelligence and respond to stress more effectively. Mindfulness can be practiced through various techniques such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and mindful observation. By setting aside time each day to practice mindfulness, we can develop the habit of observing our emotions and thoughts without becoming overwhelmed by them. This practice creates a mental space where we can choose how to respond to challenges rather than reacting impulsively. In addition to cognitive reframing and mindfulness, Seneca advocated for the importance of accepting what is beyond our control. Many of our emotional struggles arise from trying to change things we cannot influence. By focusing on what we can control, our actions, attitudes, and responses, we can reduce frustration and cultivate a sense of inner peace. This Stoic principle, often summarized as the dichotomy of control, is fundamental to emotional resilience. To apply the dichotomy of control, we can start by making a clear distinction between what is within our power and what is not. For instance, we cannot control the actions or opinions of others, the outcome of certain events, or past mistakes. However, we can control our reactions, decisions, and efforts. By directing our energy towards what we can influence, we avoid the futile and emotionally draining task of trying to control the uncontrollable. Furthermore, cultivating gratitude is a powerful practice for enhancing emotional resilience. Seneca believed that appreciating what we have, rather than focusing on what we lack, fosters a positive and resilient mindset. Gratitude shifts our attention from negative to positive aspects of our lives, helping us maintain emotional balance even during challenging times. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we regularly write down things we are thankful for, can reinforce this practice and increase our overall sense of well-being. Seneca also emphasized the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective. He advised against becoming overly attached to external outcomes or material possessions, as these are transient and beyond our full control. By focusing on inner values and virtues, we build a stable foundation for emotional resilience that is not easily shaken by external changes. This detachment from externals allows us to remain centered and composed, regardless of what life throws our way. Another practical strategy for developing emotional resilience is to build a strong support network. Seneca recognized the value of friendship and community in navigating life's challenges. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and understanding individuals provides emotional sustenance and practical advice during tough times. Sharing our experiences and feelings with trusted friends or mentors can offer new perspectives and reinforce our resilience. In addition to seeking support, offering support to others can also enhance our emotional resilience. Acts of kindness and compassion create a sense of connection and purpose, which can buffer against the negative effects of stress and adversity. By helping others, we reinforce our own strengths and cultivate a positive, resilient mindset. Finally, taking care of our physical health is crucial for emotional resilience. Seneca acknowledged the interconnection between body and mind, advocating for a balanced lifestyle that includes regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest. Physical well-being provides a strong foundation for emotional stability, enabling us to better cope with stress and recover from setbacks. In conclusion, developing emotional resilience, as taught by Seneca, involves a combination of cognitive, emotional, and practical strategies. By practicing cognitive reframing, mindfulness, acceptance, gratitude, and maintaining a balanced perspective, we can cultivate a resilient mindset. Building a strong support network, offering kindness to others, and taking care of our physical health further reinforce our emotional resilience. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we enhance our ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity, embodying the Stoic ideal of inner strength and tranquility. Chapter 8. Embrace Impermanence. Embracing impermanence is a core concept in Stoic philosophy and a vital aspect of mastering oneself. Seneca frequently emphasized the transient nature of life, urging us to accept the inevitability of change and loss. By acknowledging the impermanence of all things, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present moment and develop a more resilient and peaceful mindset. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's teachings on impermanence and practical strategies for embracing this principle in our lives. Seneca often reminded his readers that everything in life is temporary. Our possessions, relationships, health, and even life itself are fleeting. This understanding of impermanence is not meant to instill fear or despair, but to encourage a realistic and grounded perspective. By accepting that nothing lasts forever, we can detach ourselves from excessive attachment and anxiety, finding peace in the present. One of the fundamental ways to embrace impermanence is through the practice of memento mori, a Latin phrase meaning, "remember you must die." This Stoic exercise involves regularly contemplating our mortality and the finite nature of life. Seneca believed that reflecting on death helps us live more fully and mindfully. It reminds us to prioritize what truly matters, to cherish our time, and to act with intention and purpose. To incorporate memento mori into our daily lives, we can set aside time each day for quiet reflection on our mortality. This can be done through meditation, journaling, or simply contemplating the fleeting nature of life. By doing so, we keep the reality of impermanence at the forefront of our minds, guiding our actions and decisions. This practice can also help us let go of trivial concerns and focus on what brings genuine fulfillment and meaning. Another approach to embracing impermanence is to practice non-attachment. Non-attachment involves appreciating and enjoying the things we have without becoming overly dependent on them for our happiness. Seneca taught that while it is natural to value our possessions and relationships, we should not cling to them as if they were permanent. By cultivating a sense of detachment, we can enjoy the present without fearing loss. To practice non-attachment, we can start by observing our reactions to changes and losses. When we experience the end of a relationship, the loss of a job, or the breaking of a cherished object, we can remind ourselves that these things were never meant to last forever. Instead of resisting or lamenting the loss, we can focus on the positive experiences and memories they provided. This shift in perspective helps us navigate change with greater ease and acceptance. Gratitude is another powerful tool for embracing impermanence. Seneca often wrote about the importance of being grateful for what we have while we have it. By recognizing the temporary nature of our blessings, we can appreciate them more deeply. Keeping a gratitude journal, where we regularly note the things we are thankful for, can reinforce this practice. Gratitude helps us savor the present moment and reduces the tendency to take things for granted. Living in the present is closely related to embracing impermanence. Seneca emphasized that the present moment is all we truly have, as the past is gone and the future is uncertain. By focusing our attention on the here and now, we can fully engage with life and experience it more richly. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, can help us stay grounded in the present and appreciate its fleeting beauty. Additionally, understanding and accepting the impermanence of others can deepen our relationships. Seneca taught that we should cherish our loved ones and treat them with kindness and respect, knowing that our time with them is limited. This awareness encourages us to be more present, patient, and compassionate in our interactions. By appreciating the temporary nature of our relationships, we can strengthen our connections and create lasting, meaningful memories. Embracing impermanence also involves accepting the natural cycles of growth and decay in our lives. Seneca recognized that change is an inherent part of the human experience. Our bodies age, circumstances evolve, and what once served us may no longer be relevant. By accepting these natural cycles, we can let go of resistance and embrace the flow of life. This acceptance allows us to adapt more easily to new situations and to find opportunities for growth in every phase of life. Another practical strategy for embracing impermanence is to simplify our lives. Seneca advocated for simplicity and minimalism, arguing that accumulating excess possessions and commitments can weigh us down and create unnecessary stress. By decluttering our physical and mental spaces, we can focus on what truly matters and find joy in the essentials. Simplifying our lives helps us appreciate the present and reduces the fear of losing material things. Furthermore, reflecting on past experiences of change and loss can help us build resilience and acceptance. Seneca encouraged learning from our past to better understand the impermanent nature of life. By reviewing how we have navigated previous changes and what we have learned from them, we can gain confidence in our ability to handle future transitions. This reflection reinforces the idea that change is a constant and we have the strength to adapt and thrive. In conclusion, embracing impermanence as taught by Seneca is a profound way to develop a more resilient and peaceful mindset. By practicing memento mori, non-attachment, gratitude, mindfulness, and simplicity, we can navigate life's inevitable changes with grace and acceptance. Understanding the transient nature of all things helps us prioritize what truly matters, cherish the present moment, and build deeper connections with others. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we cultivate a Stoic attitude that empowers us to live fully and authentically, embracing the beauty and impermanence of the human experience. Chapter 9. Manage your time wisely. Time, according to Seneca, is our most valuable and non-renewable resource. In his famous work, On the Shortness of Life, Seneca argues that many people squander their time and fail to recognize its true value until it is too late. Managing time wisely is not just a matter of productivity, but a fundamental aspect of leading a fulfilling and meaningful life. In this chapter, we will explore Seneca's teachings on time management and practical strategies to make the most of our limited time. Seneca begins by highlighting the common tendency to treat time as an infinite resource. People often waste time on trivial pursuits, procrastinate, or become absorbed in activities that bring no real value or satisfaction. Seneca asserts that life is long enough if we know how to use it well. The first step in managing time wisely is to cultivate an awareness of its preciousness and to approach it with the same care and attention that we give to other valuable resources. One of Seneca's key insights is the importance of living intentionally. This means being deliberate about how we spend our time and aligning our daily activities with our values and long-term goals. To live intentionally, we must first clarify what is truly important to us. This involves reflecting on our core values, passions, and aspirations. By identifying what matters most, we can make conscious choices that prioritize these areas and avoid getting sidetracked by distractions. Setting clear priorities is essential for effective time management. Seneca advises us to focus on what is genuinely worthwhile and to avoid wasting time on superficial or unimportant matters. To do this, we can create a list of priorities that reflects our goals and values. This list can serve as a guide for making decisions about how to allocate our time. By regularly reviewing and adjusting our priorities, we ensure that our actions remain aligned with our deepest aspirations. Another important aspect of time management is the ability to say no. Seneca recognized that many people struggle with overcommitment because they find it difficult to decline requests or invitations. However, saying yes to every demand on our time can lead to stress, burnout, and a loss of focus on what truly matters. Seneca encourages us to protect our time by setting boundaries and learning to say no to activities that do not contribute to our goals or well-being. This practice allows us to devote more time and energy to the things that bring genuine fulfillment. Seneca also emphasizes the value of simplicity and avoiding unnecessary complexity in our lives. By simplifying our routines and reducing the number of commitments, we can create more space for meaningful activities and reflection. This might involve decluttering our schedules, delegating tasks, or eliminating non-essential activities. Simplifying our lives helps us focus on what is truly important and reduces the stress and distraction that come from trying to juggle too many things at once. In addition to setting priorities and simplifying our lives, Seneca advocates for the practice of mindfulness and presence. Being fully present in each moment allows us to experience life more deeply and make the most of our time. Mindfulness involves paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment and being fully engaged in whatever we are doing. By cultivating mindfulness, we can enhance our focus, improve our productivity, and find greater satisfaction in our daily activities. To manage our time effectively, it is also important to recognize and address the common pitfalls that lead to time wasting. Procrastination, for example, is a significant barrier to effective time management. Seneca warns against the dangers of putting off important tasks and encourages us to take action promptly. Overcoming procrastination involves developing a sense of urgency and discipline. We can combat procrastination by breaking tasks into smaller, manageable steps, setting deadlines, and holding ourselves accountable. Distractions are another major obstacle to effective time management. In today's digital age, constant notifications, social media, and endless streams of information can easily divert our attention. Seneca would likely advise us to create an environment that minimizes distractions and supports our focus. This might involve setting specific times for checking email and social media, turning off notifications, and creating dedicated spaces for work and reflection. By managing our environment, we can protect our time and maintain our focus on important tasks. Another practical strategy for managing time wisely is to incorporate regular periods of rest and reflection into our schedules. Seneca understood the importance of balance and the need for rest to recharge our minds and bodies. Taking breaks, practicing relaxation techniques, and engaging in activities that rejuvenate us are essential for maintaining productivity and well-being. Additionally, setting aside time for reflection allows us to assess our progress, learn from our experiences, and make adjustments to our priorities and actions. Seneca also highlights the importance of continuous learning and personal growth. Allocating time for self-improvement through reading, studying, and acquiring new skills enriches our lives and enhances our ability to achieve our goals. By dedicating time to personal development, we invest in ourselves and our future, making better use of the time we have. Finally, Seneca encourages us to cherish and make the most of the present moment. He reminds us that life is happening now, and postponing our happiness or fulfillment to some future time is a mistake. By fully engaging with the present, appreciating the beauty and opportunities it offers, and finding joy in our daily activities, we can lead more meaningful and satisfying lives. In conclusion, managing our time wisely, as taught by Seneca, involves a combination of awareness, intentionality, and practical strategies. By recognizing the value of time, setting clear priorities, simplifying our lives, practicing mindfulness, and addressing common time-wasting pitfalls, we can make the most of our limited time. Embracing rest, continuous learning, and the present moment further enhances our ability to lead fulfilling and purposeful lives. By integrating these practices into our daily routines, we cultivate a Stoic approach to time management that empowers us to live fully and authentically, making the most of every moment. Chapter 10. Reflect and write regularly. Reflection and writing are powerful tools for self-mastery and personal growth, deeply rooted in the teachings of Seneca and other Stoic philosophers. By engaging in regular reflection and writing, we can gain insights into our thoughts, behaviors, and experiences, fostering greater self-awareness and intentional living. In this chapter, we will explore the significance of these practices in Seneca's philosophy and provide practical guidance on how to incorporate them into our daily lives. Seneca often emphasized the importance of self-examination and introspection. He believed that by regularly reflecting on our actions, thoughts, and emotions, we can better understand ourselves and make more deliberate choices. Reflection helps us identify patterns, recognize areas for improvement, and align our lives with our values and goals. It is a process of continuous self-discovery and refinement that leads to greater self-mastery. Writing is a natural complement to reflection. The act of writing helps to clarify our thoughts, organize our ideas, and articulate our feelings. It provides a tangible record of our reflections, making it easier to track our progress and revisit our insights over time. Seneca himself was an avid writer, using his letters and essays as a means of exploring philosophical concepts and examining his own life. He encouraged others to engage in similar practices as a way of cultivating wisdom and virtue. To begin incorporating reflection and writing into your daily routine, set aside a dedicated time each day for these practices. This could be in the morning to set the tone for your day, or in the evening to review and process the events of the day. Consistency is key, so choose a time that works best for you and commit to it. Start with a few minutes of quiet reflection. Find a comfortable, distraction-free space where you can sit and think without interruptions. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and allow your mind to settle. Reflect on your day, your actions, and your feelings. Consider what went well, what challenges you faced, and what you can learn from these experiences. Ask yourself questions like, did I act in accordance with my values? What emotions did I experience and why? How can I improve or grow from today's experiences? After your reflection, turn to writing. Begin by summarizing your reflections in a journal or notebook. Write freely and honestly, without worrying about grammar or structure. The goal is to capture your thoughts and insights in a way that is meaningful to you. You might start with prompts such as, today I felt, today I learned, I am grateful for, I struggled with. By using these prompts, you can explore different aspects of your experiences and emotions, gaining deeper insights into your inner life. In addition to daily reflections, consider setting aside time for more structured writing exercises. These might include 1. Monthly reviews. At the end of each month, review your journal entries and reflect on your overall progress. Identify recurring themes, challenges, and successes. Use this review to set intentions and goals for the coming month. 2. Letters to yourself. Write letters to your future self, outlining your hopes, goals, and advice. These letters can serve as a powerful reminder of your aspirations and a source of motivation during difficult times. 3. Gratitude journals. Maintain a separate journal dedicated to gratitude. Each day, write down a few things you are grateful for. This practice can shift your focus towards the positive aspects of your life and foster a greater sense of contentment and appreciation. 4. Stoic exercises. Engage in specific Stoic writing exercises, such as premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils, where you imagine potential challenges and mentally prepare for them, or writing about virtues you wish to cultivate and how you plan to embody them. 5. Reflection on Stoic texts. Read works by Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and other Stoic philosophers. Reflect on their teachings and how they apply to your life. Write about your interpretations and how you can implement their wisdom in your daily actions. Seneca also emphasized the importance of reviewing and learning from past experiences. Periodically revisit your journal entries to see how you have grown and changed over time. Reflect on the lessons you have learned and how they have shaped your current mindset and behaviors. This practice of continuous learning and adaptation is crucial for personal growth and self-mastery. Another important aspect of reflection and writing is the cultivation of honesty and humility. Seneca advised against self-deception and encouraged a truthful examination of oneself. When reflecting and writing, strive to be as honest and objective as possible. Acknowledge your strengths and accomplishments, but also recognize your weaknesses and mistakes. This balanced perspective fosters self-compassion and a realistic understanding of oneself. Additionally, consider sharing your reflections and writings with trusted friends, mentors, or a supportive community. Engaging in discussions about your experiences and insights can provide valuable feedback, new perspectives, and encouragement. It also reinforces your commitment to personal growth and accountability. In conclusion, regular reflection and writing are essential practices for mastering oneself, as advocated by Seneca. By dedicating time each day to these activities, we can gain deeper insights into our thoughts, emotions, and actions, fostering greater self-awareness and intentional living. Through daily reflections, structured writing exercises, and periodic reviews, we cultivate a habit of continuous self-examination and growth. Honesty, humility, and a commitment to learning are key to making these practices effective. By integrating reflection and writing into our lives, we follow Seneca's path towards wisdom, virtue, and a more meaningful and fulfilling existence.